Everything is good. How you doing today?
All praises to the Most High. Go ahead and give the Most High his praises, my brother.
All right, Kaula Hayaba Shimmy Shaya, Robert Wat Kodash, which is all praises to the Most High in the name of His Son and in the Holy Spirit, whatever name y'all call for each one, one of those. So,
Not, with no disrespect. With no
with
disrespect.
no disrespect. So, without further ado, the first topic is that mass shooting in Virginia.
Oh
It
man,
I
what a
I,
tragedy.
I want to highlight some points first, and then we'll get into it.
Go ahead, go
Uh,
ahead, brother.
it was done at a high school graduation, which is extra sad. Uh, Man, that's supposed to be a happy time, for people to
Yeah,
get shot up. Two was killed, a father and a son. The names were Sean Jackson and Renzo Smith, and five were injured. Uh, the suspect has been caught. He is a 19-year-old called Amiri Tyjon. So I just kind of laid out the groundwork for that. So
the gist of it.
yeah, the gist of it. So what you
Well, oh man, you know, that's sad, man, to see our little young brothers uh, go through that, man, and do that stuff, man. Man, they gotta do better with raising these kids, man. First of all, I want to say my condolences and my prayers to them families, uh, all around, the ones that got shot, the ones that passed away. My prayers to that young brother that, all young brothers, I think it's two of them, right, that got caught.
uh well I don't know. I don't know if at the article I read had them getting caught. They just mentioned the suspect. I assume they had him caught up, and they said his name was Amir Tyjon. But there's been many articles since then, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
more information comes out.
I mean, man, dude, that's it's heartbreaking, man, when you see these young brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's heartbreaking when you see that because, man, we gotta do better, man. We just gotta do better, man. It's like a double-edged sword, brother. Like all the way around. It's a no-win situation.
Right.
Um, when people sit there, man, and we living in a we living in the end days for real, man. It's really going there with the violence and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
it's really going there. It's just sad, man. Man, it just breaks my heart, man. At a graduation at that, man, you got so many kids and parents. It's supposed to be a
Hmm.
happy day. You know what I'm saying? These kids done graduated and all that, man. And it's just sad, man. You know, my people, man.
Shocked me
Yeah.
is our people. That's what shocked me was that it was our people. But I feel like
Well, what you thought it was gonna be an Edomite going to
oh
Richmond?
I mean
Man,
I didn't know. I did at first. I didn't know where it was, but I know they known for mass shootings and stuff like that. So I
ain't no
just
Edomite
assumed.
going to that part of Richmond, my brother. I done been over there, bro. Ain't no Edomite going over there. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, see, I didn't even know where it was. I just saw mass shooting in Virginia, and then I had to, look it up. So I didn't know. Just the fact that it was a mass shooting involving our people kind of threw me for a loop. But then it comes to play like we got a lot of things going on in the world. Like first off, school is something that don't get addressed enough. There's a lot of stuff that happens at school between teachers and kids, between the
Oh, the
school
grooming and all that
personnel and
stuff.
kids. I
Not
mean,
even getting the right education. Man, there's a lot
some
that goes
kids,
on in
yeah,
school.
some kids are just some kids. It's like some kids are on the A team, some kids are on the D team. So some kids don't get no support. They might get all the backlash for everything. You get what I'm saying? Another kid might get coddled and helped more. So we don't know the kid's frustration. Then like what actually happened to the kid during school because he was 19. So obviously he didn't go to that school no more. But what happened to him when he did go to that
Well,
school
well,
previously?
that's not
There's a lot
necessarily
of
true.
questions.
Cause every dude's 20
Well,
years
yeah,
old still going to high school. You know what I mean?
yeah, he
So,
could have been there. He could have been a student, but it didn't say he was a student in the article. So I just assumed 19. It didn't mention him being a student at the time. I just assumed something must have happened, and he had to most likely went there or had a grudge against somebody there. It could have been for a girl. It could have been for anything. I'm just, throwing things,
yeah, just throwing things out.
throwing things
You
out
just
there. I
throwing-
mean, most likely it's got something to do with mental illness and pills because that's something that's ravaged this culture that we currently live in. And
well, they
that
they giving out all this money. I mean, why they not giving out money for mental health and all that stuff? You know what I mean? Like, it's funny how you live here, but you always last. You know what I'm saying? Like these schools,
yeah,
they don't have no money for schools, but they got money for to fund wars and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it
right.
just you always get the short end of the stick. Look, I just seen. I think it was yesterday. I think it was. I seen you talking about that job report, man. That's a lie, man. That job report a lie, man. That's like a job, like an hour job. They consider that a new job. You see what I'm saying? If it's
Well,
an hour job.
it depends. They got two numbers, so they had two different numbers. One was the like jobs report from companies, which that could be fraudulent because one person could work three jobs or four jobs. So we don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then they also have the one that's done from like in house where they like send it to people's house and get a poll how many people. And that job number was actually lower. The household number was way lower than the other job number that they normally present on TV. Uh,
I know yesterday, for a fact, I know that 125,000 people lost their jobs yesterday.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
all these people do is lie, bro. And you gotta
Oh yeah.
understand, they're not creating. Listen, man. When people hear the hood, you know what I mean. There's automatically the stigma when you talk about the ghetto and the hood are black people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black people. Once you say hood, is all black people. You know what I mean? No, bro. The hood. There's hoods wherever you go, and they're not giving people opportunity, and they're just holding people back, bro. They're
Hmm.
not giving people opportunity, man. And that's why you see so much violence. There's no opportunity. There's no way out, bro. You know what I mean? There's no way out. Some people get out. Some people get lucky and get out. You know what I mean? And make it do what it do. But there's just no opportunity for people to do what they need to do. And that's why these young brothers, uh, uh, I don't know if you was growing up. They had Boys and Girls Club up in Michigan when you was growing up.
Um, we had YMCA, not really, bro.
Okay.
you know. I mean, they might have in certain areas. It wasn't much to get into. You get in the YMCA or some type of after school program. Other than that, you was kind of like left to the to the world, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay. When I was growing up, you had Boys and Girls Club
Yeah,
in New York, and then you had PAL, Police Athletic Lounge. You see what I'm saying? So it'd be
yeah,
like this program where kids will go to this center that's like a Boys and Girls Club, but it'd be police officers, off-duty police officers, and they're working. You see what I'm
right.
saying? So they had like boxing. You know what I mean? They had like a whole bunch of stuff that you could get into, but it was so that the police could engage with the community. So wherever
Yeah,
there's a precinct, like you got 46 precinct, there was a PAL facility there. Whatever precinct is there, you have a PAL facility there.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's reaching the there's no opportunity for people. Okay, it just we have to deal with this reality that there's really no opportunity for people. And you could say, oh, black and brown people, they the most violent. They do crime. They do this. They do that. But when your back's against the wall, bro, not to make excuses for people, man. But when your back's against the wall, and somebody has 20 steps ahead of you. You're already 20 steps behind somebody, so you got to catch up. You got to play catch up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, can we blame the parents? Yeah, we could blame the parents, man. We could blame this. We could blame that. But a lot of people have no opportunity, man,
But see, my thing is like this:
and that's the truth.
when we say black people, when they say that stat, black people are known or associated with violent crime. What people got to also understand is, first off, if you're even if you're convicted, like if we've learned from history, like even now, like last year, 2 years ago, it was happening. Every couple years, they end up releasing black people from jail because they locked them up for violent crimes that they never committed.
No,
You
you're
get what I'm
guilty.
saying?
You're
Right,
guilty. You
right.
got to prove your innocence.
Yeah,
You're not innocent to
yeah,
proven guilty. That's the problem too with the system. So a lot of people
yeah.
could sit here and
Because
say that the
I went
system
to
and
a high school with some Europeans in it, you know, with some white people in the high school, and it was plenty fighting, and they just as violent, just as fighty. Actually, black people give you a square heads up. Like I done fought plenty black brothers, and it, you go at it. Hey, you want to keep going? Hey, you shake hands afterwards, man. I hit a white boy one time, bust his nose, blood everywhere. You know what he said? Bring it on!
yeah.
That shook my
They
life,
wild though,
bro.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. They wild,
I
bro. I ain't
was
gonna
like,
lie.
what? I
Yeah, they
thought it was
wild.
over. I'm like, fight over. I busted him up. One punch. He was like, bring it on. Just shaking and stuff. I said, oh, these dudes is crazy. Another level.
In the area of the Bronx where I grew up at, um, I didn't see the only time you see white people was in the school because they were teachers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when we grew up, it was just like black, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, Jamaican. You see what I'm saying? We didn't see
Right.
nothing out of that. So anything out of that was like it wasn't the norm to us. You know what I mean? It was like what the fuck? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when you went to school, that's when you see them. So when you in the hood, you don't see the. I never see these people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to us, it was like so when you go somewhere else and you see like the way people talk, and you be like, bro, what? Nah, fam. Like you know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, it's the same thing with me, bro. Right? I'm Latino, blah blah. But uh, I say I'm black. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So they be like, well, what are you? Well, I'm Afro Latino. I'm black. You know what I mean? I just speak Spanish. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? And can swim.
It was.
You know
It's
what I mean?
definitely
The stereotype shit.
it's definitely a culture shock. I'll say that. Like my mom, pray. Thank God for my mom, man. Thank the Most High for my mom, man. My mom didn't want me to go to school with my cousins and with all the people I knew because she didn't want me to get in trouble. So she made sure I went to a different school. So it was definitely culture shock because you go from like a hood school where the star basketball players best two best friends, one might be a comic book nerd, the other one might be a gangster, and they both his best friends. And then you go to this like European school where they literally got jocks, freaks, geeks, nerds. Like they literally got a section for
Yeah, a section for each
everybody.
one.
Goths.
They
Yeah,
do it
like
like the hood, but just different. Just different. They do it
yeah.
like the hood, but just different. Bro,
A section for,
bro, it's crazy to me, man. I mean,
yeah.
it's for me. I didn't know. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was very, very ignorant. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Um, I didn't know that black and brown existed. I didn't know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't know that, bro. You know what I mean? Like it was when I seen like certain things going down. Like I was like if I go to like Cali and then you go somewhere else, you'd be like, bro, like this how y'all live? Like it was
Yeah.
weird to me. Like it was just a culture shock. You know what I mean? Like it was like, bro, I just don't get
Br-
it. You know what I mean?
since
I
you
don't get it.
brought that up, let's mention the Hispanic brother. I don't know what type of Hispanic was. It just said he was Hispanic. Didn't go over his exact nationality who just got like WWE power slammed outside of a Detroit corner store. I'm all my family from home, so I get all the local stuff on my
Oh,
Facebook
oh,
thing. So like yeah, they slammed him and robbed him. Guy slammed him and robbed him outside of the store. He
who
went to
robbed
the
him? Was you
store to
right?
cash his check. Yeah, Judah. A bunch. You know how it is in Detroit, man. It was a bunch of Judah outside. One of them
Okay,
grabbed him and body slammed him. I
A
think he
Judite robbed
broke
a
like
Latino.
4 of his ribs when he slammed him and crushed his lungs and all this
Oh wow.
crazy stuff. Yeah.
Well, a Judite robbed a Latino. That's what you sure he wasn't Arab?
Oh no, no, I'm sure. This
He
is
was
what's so
Latino.
crazy is this was so crazy. They might have gave the Arab dude a pass. That's
Well,
what's so messed up.
okay, so well, them Muslims over there don't play that either, though. You know what I'm saying over there.
Yeah,
But
it's a lot of in
yeah, they get
Dearborn
it,
and different areas. Yeah, it's a lot of
and
them.
they move just like hood dudes move. You know what I'm saying? They
Well,
just claim
they
Allah.
got they got their little mafias. They
Yeah,
got that's something I learned. Like the Italians is out there, and then you also got the Albanians and Chaldeans and all these different little mafia types, mafioso types. But at the same time, they know better. They try to stay on the good side because Detroit, one of them cities that'll just burn your whole neighborhood down if you
neighborhood
piss
down.
off.
Yeah, they do,
Yeah,
bro. That's good. They good for that
they
over
gonna
there.
get you.
All right, the
They gonna get you.
Latino. So a black man robbed a Latino.
Hey,
That's,
body. It was a horrible body slam, man. It was
bruh,
going like,
Latinos do it to black people too. This is a cycle that if you got all right, check it out, bro. Like the way we grew up, nobody knew who was who, right? So
right,
we all grew up as black. That's how we grew up. We come from these projects, so we ain't nothing. We're gonna do whatever we're gonna do to survive, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So when you got a group of people, like if I see a black person and a Puerto Rican fighting, that don't that don't mean nothing to us in New York because we grew up like that, though. That's how we grew up. We
Right.
don't look at it as a black person and a Puerto Rican. That's not how we look at it. We just look at two brothers in the hood getting it in. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I brought it up because in Detroit, because of how much overwhelmingly black people it is considered a targeted crime. Like
How,
they target
how long?
them.
How long you been out of Detroit?
Uh, about 8 to 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, 11 years,
Det-
something like that.
Detroit has changed a lot, brother, since
Oh
you've
no,
been there.
I've been back. I went back a couple years ago before like right before I hurt my back. Actually,
So
I was in Detroit.
that's only that part of Detroit where you come from, right? That is
Yeah,
predominantly
but
black.
Detroit is still like 94% black. Like the
So
whole
is
of Detroit.
Baltimore. So is Baltimore, but you got nothing but Puerto Ricans. You got to
Yeah,
understand.
but
Sometimes,
Detroit is a lot more populated place than Baltimore.
yeah, but you got to understand who are they putting as black in this category? Because when I've been to Detroit, I see multiple people. I just don't see strictly black. Now you see a lot of
Oh,
black
what?
people
But
there.
you go through the hoods? Do you actually go through
Of,
where the people
of
live,
course,
or are you going out in the city?
I done been through Joy Road and all them places, bro. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
you know,
Come on,
through the
man.
neighborhood, it is
It depends.
mostly,
It depends.
you know.
It's like when people be like, when one person told me that they've been to 8 Mile. Well, what part of 8 Mile did you been to? Because 8 Mile is
Yeah,
long.
yeah, and
Okay.
it's different cities. You got Warren.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
different
Metro
cities that 8 Miles.
Detroit. You got
Yeah,
Warren, Roseville,
road.
all
Yeah,
that
you got all them
different.
places around
Yeah,
there, right? So you
right.
could tell me that you've been to.
East
No, dog.
Point.
I'm talking about the slums.
Yeah.
The slums are the slums, right? But it's the same thing with Chicago. You know what I mean? When I
Now I
go to
know on the
Chicago.
southwest side, like I said, when I was a kid, I didn't even know Hispanics lived in Detroit. I went to go see some chick one day on the southwest side of Detroit, and I was just like, "What the heck is this?" Like I was literally in like Hispanic area, like it was everything was
You
Hispanic.
was
It threw my
confused.
mind, bro. I
You was
was
confused.
like, it was, it was
What
like
happened
when
to
I drove
Detroit?
to Dearborn.
What happened
Yeah,
to
it was like
Detroit?
It's like when I drove into Dearborn the first time and all the street signs became in Arabic. I was like, what? Where's
Yeah,
where's
bro,
we at?
Dearborn threw me off too when I went to Dearborn. I
Yeah.
was like, what the hell? But you
But
know,
there is a lot of Hispanics in the city, but
if
like they're more isolated to their, they it
yeah, to the areas.
yeah.
But it's the same thing, bro. If you got a straight black neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Well, who the crime gonna be against? It's gonna be straight against black people. If you go to a
Yeah.
Latino neighborhood and it's all Latino, who the crime gonna be against Latinos, bro? That's just part
Exactly.
of that's just what it is. But they put the stigma, you know what I'm saying? Like they put the stigma,
I get what you're saying.
you see what I'm saying, to make it
Yeah.
seem like it's some racial to keep people divided, bro. It's nothing to do with racial at all, man. I'm
Yeah,
trying to tell
cuz
you,
I
man.
I
It
had
don't.
a little when I first came to Houston. I went to the corner store early one night. I was just early one morning, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was just
Oh
bored,
yeah,
man.
you wildin'. You
And
wildin'.
I'm
Houston hit
from the
different.
city, bro. I'm from the city. I'm like the city. You is a different place. Once you in the city, you kind of know how to get it around danger and just
Yeah.
be all right. So I'm walking to the store. I see a little dude, or I didn't see a little dude, but I kind of caught him in my foresight behind me, and I'm like, I'm gonna let the dude pass. Now I messed up the golden rule because the golden rule I got comfortable in Houston. The golden rule is you never walk slow enough for the person to catch up, and you always walk. You never walk slow enough to catch up to him, and you never walk fast enough to catch up to the person ahead of you. That's like
Yeah.
the golden rule, right?
Yeah,
When
that's the
you
number one
walk in
rule.
the street.
Yeah.
Now I'm letting this dude pass. And this dude clocked me in the head with something. And I think he thought he was gonna knock me out or something. And I turned and he took off running. He was a little Hispanic dude. But I guess that's kind of what you're saying, because I moved into a Hispanic neighborhood, so the chances was way more likely that a
Right,
Hispanic
something's
dude
gonna happen to you.
would clock me in the head trying to
Yeah.
get me. But
It don't have nothing to do with the color of your skin, man. It got to do that you in the
oh,
wrong place at the wrong time, brother.
hey,
That's what
I
I'm
was
saying.
about to get
They
him too.
push.
He turned down the what was that? Bob White, but where the apartment side of Bob
Oh, by
White
what?
is. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I don't know Houston that well to run down that street. I stayed
Yeah,
on the other end of Bob White with the houses. I was like, I don't know Houston that well. So I
Houston,
just let him make it. I was chasing him at first. So I almost got him.
bro. Houston, a different world, bro. Than other. But I tell people all the time, like when my people be like, "Yo," I be like, "Bro, you want to come down here, bro? This is a whole different world, brother. These brothers over here, bro, a whole different world. I love it here.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Well,
love
I
it.
mean, that to be honest, that's like a funny story now. At home, I could have just got shot and then they would have took whatever I had anyways without even giving me, like my cousin was just saying that. Like they won't even tell you to give it to you no more. They
No, they'll
just
shoot you. They'll
shoot
shoot you.
you.
Yeah, they do that in New York
Boom and
too.
then take it.
Take
So
it. Yeah.
that could have happened. Dude just tried to hit me in the head with something and it didn't work. So I mean, I gotta thank God for that because he
He
could
ain't
have just
jump high
like
enough.
boom.
he
No, he
he
clocked me in the head. He just obviously
right.
didn't get enough wing on it, or maybe I was bigger than he thought. I don't know what, but it hurt. It just didn't. It more pissed me off than like I'd start chasing him immediately. He like knew he
Nah,
messed up.
over here I keep that thing on me, boy. Wherever I go around here. If you see me in another state, trust and believe, I'm gonna keep it wherever I go. All
Yeah,
right? No, I ain't walking without nothing and without no pew pew on me. I don't care what nobody say. You play with me if you want to. You know what I mean? No, no, no. Life too short, brother. Life too short.
oh yeah,
But here's the thing, brother. Like, yeah, man. My condolences to them people, man. That's heartbreaking.
yeah.
With
That's
that graduation stuff. My condolences to them, man. Prayers to the people that were there. Even prayers for that brother that did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I'm so
I think it's the
desensitized to this
culture.
stuff. I'm so
I
well,
think it's the
bruh.
culture, man. Remember,
Culture,
like,
culture, 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 bro. Culture,
remember the
culture, culture.
movies we used to watch growing up? How like when the kids got bullied, the movies all showed that eventually you got to stand up to that bully and bust them in
Yeah.
the mouth one good time. Like nowadays, I was just watching a show. A kid was getting bullied. It was just like they made such a big emphasis on not to bully and not on sticking up for yourself, which I think, we live in an era where people don't stick up for themselves, and to the point that they snap and then they just do crazy stuff like, I'm gonna shoot everybody and just take
Well,
everybody out.
um, in my era, we used to fight. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I beat up my cousin, and my cousin shot me 9 times. So I'm not fighting nobody. You see what I'm saying? Nah, my cousin shot me 9 times. I got scars going like this. I'm like, nah, bro. My own
See, and
cousin tried
that's
to kill me.
crazy.
So nah, bro.
Couldn't
I'm
take the
not.
L, man. That's the
Yeah, I'm not fighting
that's the
nobody.
change in the culture, right? Like you can't just take
Yeah,
a L or a
for me
W
whipping
like
them.
a man.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? For me whipping them. So for me, um, I'm gonna just make it do what it do and just take my chance. Take my chance. I'd rather be, you know what I mean, judged by 12 than carried by 6, man. I live by that.
Well, right now
Mhm.
I'm fully disabled, so I don't have the ability to stand up and defend myself no
Yeah, so
more.
you
So
gonna
I
make it do
feel
what it do
bad.
regardless. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gonna
I
make it do
feel
what it
bad
do.
if somebody was to
But that's the thing, man. And you gotta understand that a lot of now I'm only speaking on our people, on my people. Okay,
yeah,
not no other people. Okay, I'm only speaking on the 12. When I say my people, I'm speaking about the 12 and beyond the 12 that are not here. Okay,
yeah,
when it comes to my people that I see is that they got dealt a death blow that they can't get out of. So then you got people that support people that it just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense,
yeah.
right?
Expound on that.
Well, I expound on it. You got the Vlad TVs,
Oh
the no
yeah,
jumpers. You
oh yeah.
understand
The
what I'm saying?
academics.
That
Yeah,
not well, academic. I don't like what he does sometimes. You know what I mean? When he drinks or whatever, I don't like what he does sometimes. But I can't say nothing about academics because regardless if he is a street dude or not, he's a person. He's a person that belongs in the hood. So I'm not going to speak on academics. You see what I'm saying?
right.
I'm not going to speak on Joe Button. But then you got that dude. What's that dude that was a no jumper? That Lush, I think his name is.
Yeah, Lush.
Like
Don't he
them
got a
dudes
new
do.
show or something like that?
I don't know, but you see, this is my issue with you got people like that bring people in and make money off of. You see what I'm saying? I don't care that they hire people of color, bro. You don't gotta hire nobody. Do your own thing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I feel like, man, we be our own people be playing themselves. You see what I'm saying? Black and
Yeah,
Latinos, bro, they always play themselves, supporting these people that they don't need to be supporting. You see what
yeah,
I'm saying? And then they sit there and be like, well, and then you get like some people that feel some type of way towards some Latino that feel some type of ways towards black people, and some black people that feel like some type of way towards Latino, and both of them dudes and both of them races dumb as hell because bro, you both getting oppressed.
yeah,
All right, so you shouldn't hate nobody because of this, and you shouldn't hate nobody because of that, because regardless how you see it, bro, the system look at you as one.
well, that's actually history, though. This is like the Bible says, "There's nothing new under the sun." That's like history because when we were slaves, the Indians, natives, helped them keep us in check sometimes, capture us and different things like that. And then when they started going against the natives, we as buffalo soldiers went against the natives to help them break down the natives and even Mexico. I mean, the Alamo. They would have lost the Alamo if it wasn't for the Buffalo Soldiers. So when we go into it from that perspective, they've been using that same card to have one against the other,
Yeah, but that's
literally
what these
through our
people are doing,
history in this country.
right? So when you see these people, right, that be so-called oh, this is how it is, this is how it should be, and they lean one way towards one race is no different than the white supremacists do. So what they're doing is these are what you call it government uh these are government people that they bring in.
Government agents.
Yeah, these are government agents that they bring in, bro, to keep people divided and all that.
Yeah.
So for me, when I see that, and I'll be like, yo, I'll be like, yo, bro, like you doing a disservice. You know what I'm saying? To me, people be doing a disservice and don't even know it. You feel me? Like,
Right.
uh, uh, you could get. We're gonna speak in these terms here, because some people still get confused with Judite and all that, Ephraim and Issachar and all that stuff, right? So we just gonna keep it black and brown, right? And Native American. We're gonna keep it like that. So when you get these people that come out of nowhere, right? Black, brown, Native American, and you see them talking these talking points that you'd be like, were they disrespecting another nationality or something like that? Man, those are people
Hmm.
you got to be careful about. Because the more
Right.
you keep people divided, the more of a solution they have. Once people start coming into tune with each other, there's no more solution. Now
Right.
they like, oh, they can't move like that. You see what I'm saying? Why do you think
Yeah.
other countries, they governments can play the games that they can play with them people, and in some countries, them people they not having it.
Yeah.
They'll come out there in droves and be like, nah.
Oh yeah. And
You
actually,
see what I'm
like
saying?
in most countries except America, like literally, we
Yeah.
done seen it in France, Germany, Spain, Israel. Like literally, even the Euro. I mean, we're not even going to the Middle East or Africa. We just sticking with European, Western
European countries.
countries. Yeah, the Western countries literally will flip out.
Yeah.
They'll flip out. Like literally, Israel had what is it, hundreds of thousands of people out, right? And the government was like, "Y'all gonna start a civil war if you cross this red line." And then they drew a red line and walked past it on
That's it.
purpose with
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of people. Like, do
Yeah, bro.
something.
Like they don't be having it. You know what I mean? But we so
Yeah,
divided over here, bro. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like we
yeah,
can't. You got like pockets of people that'll move certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You got pockets of people and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Like it just you know what I mean? It don't add up no more. You know what I'm saying? So and we got too many culture vultures. There's too many people coming in,
yeah.
right? And making money off a culture that ain't theirs, but they're not even giving back to the hood, bro. They're not.
And let me tell you, some of the culture, because we are in fact in ourselves a bit of culture vultures. I hate to people gonna be mad at me for saying that, but we
Hold on, man.
are.
What you mean? How we culture? Oh, because we took the rednecks culture.
Yeah, we took their gangs, we took the mafia type behavior, we took their violence, and we installed that into our culture and into our music, into everything that programs us. But that belonged to them first,
Yeah, not belong to them. It does, but there wasn't monetizing off of it like they are now,
right?
right? So, a perfect example. Let's say I want to go buy some jewelry, right? Let's say I want to go buy some jewelry. I'm gonna go to a black person jewelry store. I'm gonna go to a Latino jewelry store. You understand what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
not gonna go to Johnny Dang or that's not what I would do.
right.
I'm gonna go to where my people. You know what I'm saying? I may have to pay a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But guess
Right.
what? I'd rather spend the money with them. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah.
Right? So, um, call me old, weak, whatever. I don't care. Call me whatever. We have to come to a point in our lives where we have to set these boundaries and these rules, and we have to stick by these rules and these boundaries, and not let nobody cross them, and not let nobody cross them. So when people be like, "Oh, bro, I don't be with that black and brown. I don't be with that." that black and brown beefing. I don't be with that, bro. I don't. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
yeah,
not the
me neither.
one. I'm not the one. I'm not for it. And if you feel some type of way, whatever. But I'm not the one with that. Black people got a right to their opinion. Brown people got a right to their opinion. And everybody got them like assholes. So let's get over each other's opinions and let's move forward and get stuff going. You know what I mean? Straight like
Hmm.
that, bro. Straight like that. All that be, bro. When it comes to the system doesn't care if you're a little darker than me. The system doesn't care if I'm a little lighter than you. We both the same when we fall into that stature of that system.
Right.
We both the same. There's no difference. They hate you just like they hate me. They're just trying to make it seem like they like me a little bit more than you to try to make it look good, to keep us divided. And when people open when they open their eyes, they'll open their eyes. When they don't, they don't. To me, I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime. I'm gonna be real with you. That's why I only move with a select handful of people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And right here, bro, like this just came up. Tyrese calls Vlad racist. F you and your platform. You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
who is Vlad TV to talk about Tyrese, bro? Real talk, bro. Who is he?
I
You
don't
see what I'm
know, man.
saying?
I mentioned Vlad in the video one time, bro, and let me tell you, you be talking about bands and stuff offline. The one time I mentioned Vlad, they shit took my. They wouldn't even let that video come out, bro.
That's because you put his
They
video
took.
on there, though. That's because you put his video.
Yeah, I had to take the whole part any section out, and it was only a
Yeah,
small little snippet.
but who is what's the name of the dude of No Jumper? What's that dude name from No Jumper?
Mm,
Adam. Adam, right?
yeah, Adam
Right?
22.
Adam 22. Who made these people sit there and think that they could talk to our people any kind of way, fam? You understand what I'm
But
saying?
It's
Nah, ain't no
the
but.
boss's behavior. I wasn't saying but, I was
Nah.
just saying
Oh,
it's the boss's behavior. Like literally, our people, majority of our people experience this on a daily basis because we work the most servant type of jobs. So rather you work at McDonald's or for a warehouse, you probably got somebody who is disrespectful to you because you know you need this job to pay your bills. And this is the constant issue that we have in our community is that we could go to another and even if you go to a place where they have one of you over it, one of you will buddy up to the other people above him and treat the rest of the people as if he, you know what I'm saying, below
yeah.
you or whatever the case, not
But
the same type of human being or you know what I'm saying, or
yeah,
man. I don't like, even like the human being part, but the man.
here's my thing, bro. I don't care. My energy gonna be the same no matter what. All right. You
Yeah,
you long you know me quite a minute now, and I
yeah,
always keep the same energy no matter what. Different
right,
on here than when we on the phone. Now, let me tell you something, bro. I can go to Vlad platform, uh, the other dude platform, Adam, the other dude, Lush. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm bad with names. And there's another dude that he was talking about DJ Academics with somebody else, whatever that was on Adam's platform. Here's the thing, bro. I can go to any one of these platforms, right?
yeah,
And my energy is gonna be, who are you to tell me what's right and what's wrong about what goes on where I come from, or for you to question me about stuff like that and me give you the answers to it. I wouldn't even entertain to go into these people platform.
Yeah.
Now you have other brothers like say cheese, uh, Panda Chop. Um, you got other platforms, you know what I mean, with these other brothers, you know what I'm saying? And people gonna be like, oh, well, they do the same interviews like them. I don't care. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Why? Because they come from those circumstances, and these are brothers that don't push people to say stuff unnecessarily. You see what I'm saying? They don't do
Yeah.
that. They don't do that. So for me, uh, I just don't get how these people go to these platforms but won't pick up their own brother platform. You see what I'm saying?
You're
And
right.
be like, well, if I charge this dude 10 G's, well, this is my brother. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you gotta do it for free. Yo, look out. You know what I mean? That's your brother. Let him come up. I just don't understand why we not when we was younger, bro. We was out there doing what we was doing. We made sure everybody ate. We made sure
Right.
everybody came up. It's like we don't. It's like we lost. Like it's like we don't help
It's
each other.
the you're right. It's the opportunity. A lot of people just don't get the opportunity. And
I'm just
and
sick of it,
that's
bro. I'm sick of it.
and and what happens is like you was mentioning, because look, I know he a crip and a gangster and mentally ill and all of that stuff, but Crick Mac is hilarious. He remind me
Who?
of a dude I knew, Crip Mac.
Oh, five
And
five
he
Craig.
like, yeah, 5'5" crip.
Yeah.
Hey, and he part of Adam Click, I think. So like
I like him though, man. He's funny, man. I like him.
oh my bad, the music, turn that
I
back
like Crip
on.
Mac. I wish he put people around him that's not using him.
Me too. Me too.
Cause they using him. You know what I mean? They are using him. You know what I'm saying? I
What were
wish he
you trying
surrounded himself.
is it
Oh, you
better?
had someone up? Nah,
Yeah,
you going through the
man, I
phone.
don't know what's going on. Let me see.
Yeah, it's funny you bring him up, man.
All right, it should be back now. Hello?
Yeah, it's funny you bring him up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
Crip
So
Mac.
I kind of like the dude because he loyal. That's what I
Oh
like
yeah,
about
he
him. I
is.
recognize he loyal, and I
And he'll
just hate
fight you in
that
a
he's
minute too, whether
influencing.
he lose or not.
Yeah,
He'll fight you. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
And what I recognize is like I was hearing a lot of his previous story because he was supposed to be fighting some dude named Bosco. So I was hearing about, I guess, how him and Bosco met. And I guess when he met Bosco the first, or when he first talked to Bosco, Bosco was already on. He was YouTubing it up and stuff. And Crip Mac was a
Bosco's that blood
nobody.
dude, right? The Jamaican blood
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Crip Mac was a nobody. And and you're right. Adam went out and gave him, he saw what he could be and gave him the opportunity. And that's the messed up part because there's tons of other people that could have gave him that opportunity and said, why don't you come on my show? And you get where I'm going?
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
gave him some exposure. And both of them could have blew up because of it. Because look at what happened. Now he Crip Mac got out of jail. Adam lost, his whole no jumper cast, and they start doing their own thing. And he needed new talent. So what he
But
do?
they
He throw
need it. But
Sharp, Crip Mac, and one of Crip Mac homeboys, Brick Baby. They throw them all together. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? To get
but
that talent pool.
Sharp Sharp is the pimp dude, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but Sharp don't need Adam. Adam need Sharp.
exactly. But the
You see what I'm saying?
opportunity that
And what's the
Adam
other brother
gave
with the
those guys,
dreads?
uh,
On the dead
I
homie,
think
cuz uh,
I think that's I
Brick
just said
Brick
his name.
Brick
Yeah, Brick
Brick baby,
Baby, Brick
Brick baby.
Bricks. Yeah,
Bro, they don't need them dudes, man. They need
no,
them. You understand what I'm saying?
exactly.
They need Sharp, Brick baby, and then there's another a younger brother, taller brother, light skinned younger brother. I think he was a pimp too. Not to say not to glorify the stuff.
Yeah.
The gang stuff is cool, and nah, I'm not saying none
Yeah,
of that.
yeah, no, never.
It's not cool at all. Pimping and all that is not cool at all. But um, they don't they don't need him
But
from
that's
what
what
I
I'm
could see.
saying. I don't think they do neither. But
Yeah, I don't think they need him.
there are people who were handed an opportunity where there was probably plenty of other people in that circumference who could have handed them opportunities in both. Adam only handed them as a business person, you know, you don't hire somebody unless you can make five times what they unless you can make five times off of them what they pulling in, right?
Hey man, don't be putting my business out there like that,
No, no, I'm
man.
I'm just saying that's
Nah, I'm
like
messing with you,
business
dog.
101.
Nah,
So
yeah, I'm
like
messing with you. Yeah.
for Adam to bring them in, that means he about to make money off of them. And if that's the case, then other people missed opportunities by not seeing the talent. And that's bringing up to the point that you were saying. We don't give each other look at each other for the talent we have. And like I
And give
just
each other
watched those
opportunities.
comedies
Yeah.
dudes, DJ Young Fly and the other guys that they be telling jokes together. You know what I'm talking about?
DC. My condolences to his.
Yeah,
My condolences to him,
absolutely.
man, and prayers to
And
him
yeah,
and his
that's
family and his
sad.
kids, man. My condolences to DC Young Fly, brother. I
Absolutely.
apologize for not saying that and stuff, but my condolences to him and that beautiful princess that passed away and them babies. My condolences and
Yeah,
prayers
that's
to him and his
sad,
family,
brother.
man, and
That's
her
super
family too.
sad, man.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I was, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, like, but they put each other on. Like Nick Cannon put a lot of people on.
No, but I'm
You see?
saying like I condolences to them, but at one of their shows they was telling comedy and this dude walked up. I guess he was like a I don't know how he got in the show. He probably bought a ticket, but he didn't have to fly his gear on. And he kind of walked up. They was conversating. He was telling them he a comedian. What if that dude funny? What if he legitly like they just made a joke, a mockery out of him and sent him to the back? But why not give him a card and see what if dude is legitly funny? And this is a talent that you passed over. And then guess what? You know who gonna scoop him up? Whoever got that money and want to make money off of him if he is talented. So why not give him the opportunity? You can still crack your jokes, but just to show him some love, be like, look, bro, here go a card, or hit my assistant up and we'll talk through email. We'll send me a video where you being funny. You get what I'm saying? Anything.
Bro,
Here
but
my email address.
here's the thing. It, like, I'm crazy busy too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Super busy. But every time you hit me up, what I tell you when you want to do a live or something, I'll be like, bro, whenever you want,
yeah,
whenever you want, dog. You let me know what time, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
This and the third, whatever you want. Because why? If I don't help you, I'm wrong.
Exactly.
You gotta be an example of what you're trying to push out.
Exactly.
You gotta be an example. And people don't understand. There was some, I don't know, some dude, whatever. He looked at, I don't know what he was, but this other dude, he was asking about trucking. Had nothing to do with the video. So I
Right.
seen the brother asking about trucking. So I was like, yo, dog, if you want, you know what I mean? I've been doing it for so long, dog. I can help you. You know what I'm saying? If you want, here go my email. Now I don't have to do that. The dude hit me up. You know what I mean? I get him. You know what I mean? We talked on the phone, and I show him how to take steps and stuff like that. You know what I mean? How to go about it and all that stuff, and how to do things. You know what I mean? And he like, oh, if you want, I'll break you off. Break me off for what? I don't do it for no money. This is how we
That's
supposed
what
to
we
be with each
expect.
other.
Yeah, that's what we
This is how we
expect, and
supposed to be with each other.
that's what I was bringing up. Like even when we get in positions, like for example, you get into a position, and instead of looking for the people who ain't made it or who got talent, people tend to look. Like for example, you a sport agent, right? You're gonna tend to go after the people already in versus the people out. right? You're not gonna
Yeah.
go. You tend not to go to that 18-year-old going to college and saying, "Look, hey, you in college now. You know it's legal for us to get you some endorsements. Let's get you some of these endorsements. It might be with some small companies, but we're gonna ride these endorsements into the league, right?" You tend not to do that, but you'll go after the NBA player or go after that college guy who about to go to the NBA or about to go to the NFL and be like, "Look, bruh, now I know you only 22, but Nike want to give you a contract, an endorsement. They're gonna pay you while you in college." So like we tend to not reach down but reach up. We tend
Yeah. Some people ego driven too though and big headed. You see what I'm
right,
saying? So um and they forget where they come from. I will never forget where I come from. Right?
right,
So if I had an opportunity to meet somebody and then, you know, and they can help me come up, I'm gonna have that, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have the
right,
conversation with the person, you know what I mean? I'm gonna take the time to have the conversation with the person. And vice versa. If a person reaches out to me, dog, if I've done it before, all businesses mostly work the same. You know what I mean? Most businesses mostly work the same. But if I could show you how to get around it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna show you how to get around it. You know what I mean?
right,
I'll take a gander at it. Um, I make time for my people, bro. Even I'm on here, you know what I'm doing. I'm taking care of my
yeah,
customers at the same time. Well, I'm talking to you. I got to have my laptop on and you know what I mean. Do the same. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And all that stuff. But you know, like I tell people all the time, bro. Like it's nonstop. Um, with me, but you know, we have to stick to what we say. Like people be like, oh, y'all look at cash as money. I look at cash as paper,
right,
but I look at precious metals as God's money. That's the money that God says I'm supposed to have, not this paper. Paper, I take and make more paper out of it, and they take that and then turn it into cash. What
right,
I call cash, I don't call cash. Precious metals to me is the cash. You see what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people be like, oh, yeah, 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 blah, it makes sense, blah, blah. But, you know, it's up to, you know what I mean, to each his own, man. Some people like the shenanigans and the drama, bro. I like the unity, the
right.
positive. You know what I'm
Definitely,
saying?
definitely, and
I like
that's
the
why
unity
that
and the positive.
That's why that shooting is such a sad thing, bro,
It
because
is, bro. It breaks my heart, man. Every time I see
it's
stuff, it breaks my
extra
heart.
division. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Like everything I see, a young guy get killed, this gang member dies. Like every time I see that
Bro,
type of stuff,
Israelites beefing
as
with each other. Israelites talk
as a
about it. All
person,
that stuff breaks my heart.
as a person who got family and friends and homies and stuff that's no longer here with me, my little brother gone. He was shot and killed.
So rest in
It
peace,
hurts
man.
me every time I hear about other people losing. I know how that feels. And that's a battle in itself. People don't, if you never lose people, then you don't know what it feels like. That retaliation is real. That get back, like that
Israel,
feeling of losing somebody is real. And that's a
bro,
hard thing
90,
to overcome.
90% of the people that I've been around, 90% is either passed away or in prison.
Mm,
90%. I would rather say 50% is passed away and 40% is in prison. You know what I mean?
right.
So that makes you desensitized to stuff, right? You just be like,
Yeah.
whatever. You don't even cry no more. You know what I mean? And all that stuff. You just don't care no more. It's like whatever. Life doesn't mean nothing and all that, right? But if we don't, if we don't stand for something, and I don't mean tomorrow, I don't mean next week, I mean like now. If we don't stand for something, bro, we're just gonna be in the same position that we've been in all these years.
Yeah.
It ain't
Worse.
gonna change.
It's
Worse,
we
worse,
we
worse.
we.
Yeah.
It's gonna be worse. That's the, like it's literally. It's not even when you get to that level. And look, I'm a full Bible believer. Let me state this first before people go into their bag on me in the comments. I'm a full Bible believer. This country doomed any way it goes. But as a country, like even if we were speaking like that, how other nations and other people like the way America used to speak 30, 40 years ago, right? Like as a country,
It wasn't even that far back, bro. Not even 10 years ago.
yeah, 10, 20 years ago, we were like, yeah, like literally 2001 when the World Trade Center hit, we was all like, the patriotism. Like I know patriotism. I know a lot of brothers who went to war. I almost went to war. We watched that in high school. We watched the Twin Towers fall and it was live. So of course the movie
Hmm.
played out perfect live. It took a couple years later until I saw Building 7 fall that no plane hit. You get what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
live, but as a country, it riled us up as a country. But right now, as we speak, we can't we couldn't come together for nothing. As a people, as a
No.
country, it's hard. But I believe if just 10%, 5%, just a small amount of us come together, sometimes you got to get the like you ever built a snowball like a snowman or a big snowman and you build that snowball up first and then you start rolling it, the snowball get bigger and bigger. Sometimes you got to get that
Yeah.
initial ball put together before the rest of the snow gonna clump together around it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But we're um. I mean, shit, bro. We so. I'm trying to watch what I say
Yeah.
because I don't want to offend my people. So I'm trying to watch what I say. Um, we're so divided because of egos, doctrines. Oh, my channel's bigger than yours. Oh, you only
Money.
have 300, 400 people watching you. I have 5,000. I got the 100,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Um, social media is a mug, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Social media, money, doctrine. You know what I mean? Like social media, like this YouTube, what they call it? YouTube streets.
Yeah.
These streets, bro. I mean, are really happening in the streets, man. Dudes that are beefing on YouTube is beefing in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Um, it's just sad, dog. It is just sad. And people don't care, bro. Nobody don't care no more.
Yeah.
You don't see nobody talking about getting together and doing this and doing that. Bro, we
Yeah.
don't need these people, man. We don't need none of these people, man. And not being funny or nothing, bro. I'm not being funny or this and that, but we don't need nobody, bro. We need to stick together and we need to help each other, man. That's it, bro. That's what I'm saying on that note. You know what I mean?
Well, that would be too much like right, like fulfilling the law. That would put things in order. I think once, like the Bible says, I think once we get it together, then we'll be that light to the rest of the world of how it's supposed to be done. But
But the
we
thing
have
is,
to get it together.
right? You can sit there and say the Bible, the Bible, the Bible, right? Push the Bible.
Yeah.
A lot of these brothers they read off the Bible, but yet and still they're in odds with each other.
But that's because we add and subtract things, man.
Well, I ain't want to go
That's
there.
the biggest problem. No,
I
I'm gonna
didn't want.
just point it out. People add and subtract things.
I didn't want to go there.
People, people will block you out of their church for certain beliefs or certain things that's not even legit within the Bible, or they'll block you out of their congregation or they unit, they camp. whatever the case. We so separate on the small things, like the Bible says, right? Like
Yeah. I mean,
it's the small thing. We get caught. We be choking on these small things. You take a whole dang hot dog down your throat, and then you choke on the dang little bitty pea. You know what I'm saying?
nah, I don't know because I never ate no hot dog, dog.
No, I'm just saying, like when he said to swallow the
Oh
gnat,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just
That's one of the
coming
whole
up with a, yeah, I was coming up with a newer
Noah version.
phenomenon because, yeah, you know, the New
Well,
York
you know,
is
you know.
big right now on eating glizzy dogs. I didn't even know what a
Oh, them
glizzy
glizzies.
was
Yeah, you know what
till
a
I
glizzy was?
saw, not
Yeah.
till I saw that
Hey,
girl video, Scar or
hey, let
something
them
like that.
let them eat them glizzies, bro. Them glizzies got like 3% human DNA in them.
Oh, that's nasty, bro. You have to tell. I wasn't gonna eat no glizzy anyways.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, that's
that's
what people don't know
nasty.
about them glizzies. Them glizzies got 3% human DNA. Look it up.
Oh, that's nasty, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep eating them glizzies though. Nah. What? Chopped
Oh
cheese and all
man.
that.
Well, I
The young.
just saw. I ain't never even, like I said, all I know from the glizzy was some girl named Scar was talking about glizzy. I was like, is
Oh,
that a beef hot
Scarlet.
dog? Is uh I think she Miss Scar
Scarlet.
Scarlett. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
something
Scarlet.
like that.
Yeah.
She was
Um.
just like, yeah. So when I saw that little clip of her talking about the glizzies and I saw the
She.
hot dog in the video, I was like, oh, that's just a beef hot dog or something. Like, oh, okay, that's what a
Yeah. She.
glizzy. I didn't know what a glizzy was, bro.
She remind me of a female version of DMX.
Yeah,
That's what she is, a female version of DMX. You know what I mean to me? But
it's
her
that
story's
pain,
heartbreaking. Her
that
story's
pain.
heartbreaking.
That's what it is. DMX had pain. That's why
Yeah.
X at one point was one of my
Hey.
favorite. Like he one of the only rappers who admitted on the song he did dope. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean that dude was a beast, man. But
Yeah,
he
like
was
who
you know.
admits that? He said I never gave about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
literally was the only person to talk about doing dope and like
But that's
I
just
mean besides what
that's
Richard Pryor
yeah.
did.
Richard Pryor didn't give a
Richard
damn
Pryor,
though.
he was
He didn't
I
care.
liked his style of comedy because it wasn't
Yeah, yeah, he didn't
making
care.
laughs at the fails of other people. It was more he laughed at himself and his failures.
Self of his mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah, of his mistakes. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
her story, man, and it happens so much in the hood that is crazy. But her story's very sad, man.
Yeah, with I think she got raped, right?
Yeah, by
Yeah, that's horrible.
oh, don't say that word.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh, well,
No,
she
you can't
got
say that. That algorithm.
oh, okay. Well, she got
Yeah, she got done
something
dirty. Done dirty.
done to her against her will.
Well,
Now, what I want to
man.
compare real quick, because right now we got the pill epidemic that's major in the psychosis epidemic, which really kind of started with the pill epidemic. If we're gonna be honest, like I remember when I think I was one of the first classes of boys where they all the boys started getting diagnosed with ADHD for being
Oh
hyper
yeah,
and then
that
giving
yeah
pills and stuff like that.
yeah
And
that
but
was
look at what's happened now, right? Years later, you
that
get
was
mass
that was to make
shootings
us even more
everywhere.
druggies. That
Yeah.
was to make us more druggies. That's what that was for. But wait, look,
Well, that's what I
what's
wanted.
going
I wanted to compare. We got the '60s and '70s hippie era,
on?
right? Where they were big drug addicts in that era. You got overdosing was high, violent crimes was high, drug induced rape was high, and violent theft was high. And I wanted to
Uh,
compare it and then get your perspective. I'm gonna compare it to 2020s and 2030s drug era, the pill drug era, right?
all right.
Where you have mass psychosis, more mass shootings, increased violent death rate, increased suicide rate, increased murder rate, a high violent crime rate, and it says, oh yeah, I talked about this earlier, but my cousin was saying this about Detroit. He said, this is a quote from him. He said, they ain't shooting. He says they are shooting people before they even rob them. And a high rape and kidnapping rate, all in this next era. So we're comparing two different drug eras, right?
All right.
And the difference in the numbers in them.
So this is a
So what?
higher. So this ever is a higher number, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's even higher than the not as far as violent deaths yet in some areas, but not all of them as high as crack. But compared to the 70s and the 60s, where all of that violent crime and all of that stuff was a lot lower, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was more in the
Uh,
80s, 90s, and 2000s, though.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
80s,
saying? But
90s, and 2000 was
yeah,
the crack. Yeah, the crack,
well,
the crack era.
yeah, that crack era was a motherfucker, bro. But well, of course, it's more violent now than then, right?
Right,
Why? Of course, why? Of course, well, first of all, you have a higher percentage of drug users now than you did back then, right?
right. I
So
mean, like, yeah, almost literally like almost everybody, not everybody, but like the mass majority is doing
damn
taking
near all these
something.
Gen Zs do drugs.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? These younger generations do a lot of drugs. Um, so yeah, you're gonna have obviously a little bit more crime per se, right? Because you got a lot more people doing drugs, a lot younger more
hmm,
people who is more daring and defying, right?
right.
So yeah,
In the
you're gonna have a lot.
drugs they doing though,
Yeah,
oxycontins, fentanyl, like all of these
but
pills that were
this is
once
what they
just
push though.
prescriptions.
But this is what they push though. They push that. You know what I
Right.
mean? The corporations, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. Now let's talk about with violence and stuff like that. Everything you see is violence. Everything people rap about is violence. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Music is influential. Me, I could see a celebrity and I wouldn't say two words to a celebrity. Some other
Right.
people worship celebrities. I don't care about celebrities, but some people worship celebrities. You know what I mean? So
Look at they celebrities, man. You got Young
yeah.
Thug, and then you got Michael Jackson. It's like two total different classes of celebrities, man.
Well, no, we had our young thugs back in the days, and our uh,
Who would we say?
uh
Like Pac, Biggie,
nah,
a
Biggie,
Cube,
Biggie.
Easy E. Uh,
Yeah, you had your, you know what I mean. Well, you had like other dudes too, like you had like uh, Tim Dog, who was a dude from the streets. You had like you had a lot of dudes from the streets in the industry. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? They used to stick people up and all that stuff. So we
yeah,
had our time then with some of the people, but you gotta look at the drug culture that they pushed. You see what I'm saying? They pushed a drug
yeah.
culture, lean. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Perks, Xanax. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's
See,
more
I
of a,
couldn't even think of pills. You, I couldn't even.
well, I
No,
transport
when
them,
I
so
was
I,
when I was trying to name the pills earlier, I could only come up with two names. I was trying to come up with
uh,
more, but you,
well, I transport them,
you
so I kind of know. You know what I mean? Because you gotta
yeah,
have, well, I'm not gonna say that on social media, but you gotta have certain permits and stuff like that to haul certain things. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
uh, you know, and like I tell people, bro, yes, yeah, is it gonna be more dangerous? Yeah, because the problem that with my era when things was happening in my era is that it was segregated into the hood,
right,
and this era is segregated everywhere.
right,
You see, you gotta look at the crack era. The crack era, black and brown people was criminals,
yeah,
and they were pieces of craps, and they were this and they were that, crackheads, and then when it hits other people's neighborhoods, it's an epidemic.
Right. Like the fentanyl era, you got them just legalizing drugs for use in
It's an
like
epidemic.
states, in entire states. Like as long as they're not selling it, it's okay for them to do it.
It's an epidemic when they do it, but we're criminals and junkies when we do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
it's a bad situation all the way around. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a different ball game, man. That's a whole.
I mean, could
Whew.
you imagine? Like, I just compare Young Thug to Tupac. Could you imagine Tupac wearing a dress, his nails
Man,
painted, and some eye makeup on?
man, I seen a picture where Drake were painting nails. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like,
But I'm saying, could you imagine Easy E or Cube or the people we grew up with doing? Because to me, if you want to talk about like our style of gangsters, that to me was more street than gangster. Like
yeah,
they
in more
talked
street.
about what was happening in the
Well, they
street.
called it gangster
Then,
because people didn't understand it because they didn't come from them circumstances. So
yeah,
they call it
right,
gangster or gangster music. You know what I mean? Because they never
yeah,
grew up. You know what I mean? People call it gangster because they never experienced what we experienced in the hood. You know what I mean? So it would be gangster to a person that lives. A perfect example: if you're from Houston and you live in Conroe, so when you see an
right,
Ice Cube, you'd be like, "Yeah, he gangster." To us, it's like this is a normal thing every day. You know what I mean? This ain't nothing
yeah.
gangster about it. So, um, yeah, for some people it'll be, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I guess it'll be gangster if they want to
I
call
mean,
it that.
not Easy was gangster, but he was more just telling what was happening in the streets. I'm a huge fan of Easy. That the boys in the hood, that song was so hard. The boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, they'll pull you. That man,
Yeah,
growing up, oh
but
man,
but Ice Cube No Vaseline was way harder than that.
that was that beat though, man. That beat on that the boys in the hood. That beat is just
Yeah,
to
that
me
beat
is
is
one of the
hard.
hardest beats I ever
That beat
even
is
heard,
hard, but
bro.
No
Yeah,
Vaseline
like
was like the biggest diss ever.
well,
You know
see,
what I'm saying?
that's a diss. Or the boys in the hood was more just what's going on, and you know what I'm saying in the hood. But
Yeah.
then after police, man, I love a lot of their music.
Well, that still stands to this day.
Ice T didn't Ice wouldn't that Ice T
Yeah,
song
I'm
F
your
the
pusher and
police?
all that. Yeah. Ice T, yeah, and NWA. But that still stands to this day. You know what I mean? Because they do.
Yeah.
Well, do we need the police? Yes, but we don't need the police that they have on there. I know that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, could you imagine, bro? Tupac, Easy, Biggie in a dress, their nails painted,
Nah, that ain't
bro,
gonna.
bro.
That ain't
Oh,
gonna.
bro.
Bro,
Uh,
you know the only reason why I hold my tongue is because it's your platform.
oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But bro, if this was, bro, I'd be like, bro, you know what I mean? But they, you know what I mean? It should you get it'll be bad so quick. It'd be like what's that dude that says if a woman was like Hulk Hogan or the guy was
Oh,
like
what's that guy name, man? He said if you met a man like
man, I'm bad with
like
names.
what did he call it? Megan Fox, or
He just
would
came
you
out of
rather
jail
be?
too.
Oh,
Andrew
what
Tate,
Andrew
right?
Tate? Yeah, Andrew
Yeah,
Tate.
Andrew Tate. Uh, you know, like him, bro. They did that dude so dirty. You know what I'm saying? But you see,
Yeah.
what he forgets is that one thing that he forgets in his mind, the way he talk. Yeah, a lot of people not gonna be with that. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I talk like that every day. You see what I'm saying? The way he
Right.
talk, yeah, a lot of people ain't gonna be with that. But one thing that he forgets in his mind that he never remembers, you know what that is?
What's that?
That he's black. And I think he forgets that sometimes.
Yeah, because he seemed like he played a.
I think he
He don't
forgets that
play the
he's black
black
sometimes.
role.
Yeah,
Definitely don't
I
seem
I
like.
think he forgets that
Yeah.
sometimes that they're gonna do you even dirtier just because where you come from. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
he playing ball on the wrong team, man. Now,
Yeah.
one final topic, man. I want to be let everybody know I'm not dropping my opinion on this topic. This is a straight fact based topic that I'm going into. Everything is purely fact based, and I'm doing this uh, so I don't get my channel striked or hurt or nothing like
Oh,
that.
what
I'm
you about
going
to talk?
pure fact
What are you about
based.
to talk about?
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
uh,
What I'm
oh
talking
Lord,
about
what?
is this there was a fight in Martin Luther King High School in California. Now I'm gonna break down all of these talking points. These are direct quotes I got from news media, right? So it was a transgender girl, and I'm saying this out of respect and for my platform. It was a transgender girl
Hold on.
who got
Hold on, real
into
quick. Hold on, real quick.
yeah.
My beliefs is my beliefs, and we're gonna be political correct on this
Oh yeah,
little
this
thing.
just for political
Political
correctness. Yeah.
correction. Yeah, I'm gonna
Thank
make
you
sure I really think about
for
what I'm gonna
dropping
say before I say
that.
it. Go ahead,
Okay,
bro.
I'm gonna break down all the talking points. Okay, transgender girl gets into an altercation with two girls, and she ends up beating up these two girls. It was a viral fight. So for people who watching, it's out there. It's on Google. It's on TikTok. It's out there. Twitter. Uh, it's out there. It says, although fights aren't uncommon, this is a quote, right, from one of the people at the school. It says, although fights aren't uncommon on high school campuses across the country, right? So this story is big, even though, fights are common in high school, is pretty much what they're saying. So this, some more points. It says, families and students tell Fox, this came from Fox 11. It says, the transgender girl has a history of erratic and uncomfortable behavior. This is a quote from them right here. They say the transgender girl was exposing herself to the other girls in the locker room and in the restroom. Um, she also spit on the girl personally, them personally, and their belongings. And she has been expelled. One of the biological girl students said this, and this was at a meeting where they were talking about it. And this is quote from the biological girl who I guess got jumped on by her. She said this: they were so worried about the transgender girl's safety that they jeopardized the biological girl's safety by allowing a transgender girl who was mentally disabled to use the restroom slash locker room with other girls. And this is the only part that I'm gonna give my opinion. As a man, I've had to use the bathroom with men. You know how it is. We don't even have stalls sometimes. We just got them things, right?
You just put your
I have
Johnson down and
never,
just pee.
bro, I have never been exposed to no man, and I ain't never exposed myself to another man in the life of being a man without stall. So that is the boggling part to me. How did she go into the bathroom and expose herself to other women, other girls, when they have like total lockdown stalls, and compared to us just having like like open areas. So
Uh, um, I, I don't agree with that kind of lifestyle, so I'm trying to pick my words carefully. Um,
be politically correct.
yeah, because I don't agree with that lifestyle, so it's kind of hard for me to comment and not be ignorant. You know what I'm saying
Right.
about the situation. Well, first of all, that one person, I'm gonna just say it like this: that one person shouldn't be with them. with them sisters inside there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah.
First of all, we need to stop. We need to stop. I know you're saying she because you're being politically correct because
Yeah,
of
I'm being political
social
correct.
social
Yeah.
media. But
I don't want them to ban my YouTube, so I'm just trying to bring the story without,
yeah, without getting jammed up.
yeah, my personal biases in it.
Well, I would tell you if that would have been my child, I would not be having the conversation with you here.
If that
It
was
doesn't.
your daughter.
Yeah, if that was well, the other child's not going to be mine because I would be having that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm
But
okay.
if that was my
What
daughter,
at
we would
what
not be having the
point
conversation.
though? At what point would you, as
At
a
the point of
parent,
when, at
would
the
have
point of
stepped in when the school was being warned about the other girl exposing herself to the biological girls, or would you
from
have
the
waited
beginning
till?
situation,
Okay, yeah,
from the beginning situation, it would not got no further than that. Why?
right,
Uh, live your life. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you want to live.
hmm
That's how you want to be. Um, I see a lot of these camps that talk to brothers that, uh,
have transition.
yeah, that went into that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Them lifestyles, and them brothers be, telling them like, yo, you can't do that, but being respectful about it. You understand what I'm saying? I
Right,
think we reached a point where a lot of brothers is like more respectful about people's lifestyles and being like, yo, you can't do that. Not to say that they agree with it, you know what I mean?
right.
But they're waking them up like, yo, you shouldn't do that, blah blah. Um, I'm a little bit different. So, what's the next subject?
Well, that was it. I can't because I thought the thing that stuck out about this whole thing was the girl that I watched give her speech at the student thing before the other girl got expelled, right? And what she
Hmm.
said was they were so worried about protecting the one trans girl that they forgot the safety and they jeopardized the safety of
That's
the
the issue.
biological girls by allowing a trans mentally disabled
That's the
girl
issue,
to use the same bathroom
bro.
and
It's the same
same
thing.
locker room.
It's the same thing for people that have family members in the penitentiary. All right. When
Right,
people are wrong and they done wrong, they done wrong. But don't never forget that they're still human at the end of the
right,
day. Okay. Everybody makes mistakes.
exactly.
Some people, yeah, they do deserve to be in there, but they still human beings that need to be treated with respect and all that stuff. Okay. Um, don't forget about the people that's locked up. And there's a lot of people that's locked up that don't deserve to be in prison because they
That's
have
true.
mental issues.
That's true.
And they're just locking these people up in these places, and it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? For these people to be locked up in prison. Did they commit a crime? Yes, but I don't think if they was in the right state of mind that they would have committed that crime. All right. The issue that we getting into, um, when it comes with this accepting of things that we really not supposed to accept and we know we shouldn't accept, is that I'm 48. So what is me to say that a 13-year-old girl that now I feel like I'm 13 at 48?
Right.
That's disgusting, ain't it?
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I could be in a relationship with this girl because she's 13, but I feel like I'm 13.
Well, I mean, if you, I, what it's so
There's no way
weird
around
because
that,
I
brother.
think you would
There's no way
immediately
around that.
be diagnosed as mentally
No, but there's
disturbed
no
by
way.
doing
There's
that.
no way
Yeah.
around that. I feel 13, so I could be with this 13-year-old child.
Right.
I'm 48, but I feel 13.
Right.
So if this 13-year-old is consent because I feel like I'm 13, that's no different from me saying that I look like a man, but I feel like a woman. So I can sit
I
here and be
agree.
like, so I can sit here and be like, okay, these are my pronouns, right?
Right.
I'm a lesbian woman because I only like women. So I can say I'm a lesbian woman
Yeah. That's
because
true.
I only deal with women.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
In
That's
our
lunacy.
current culture, that's actually you can literally
But that's
say that.
lunacy.
Yeah.
That's lunacy. So a pedophile can use that as an excuse to mess with these kids, bro.
Right. And
And
that'll
that's what it's
probably
leading
be
up
the
to.
next. Yeah, that's
That's what it's
probably
leading
gonna
up
be the
to.
next. Yeah,
They
the
grooming,
next
bro.
thing.
They grooming. They grooming kids. Like we just gotta be honest, bro. They're making that other stuff okay, and it's not okay. You
See,
you you
my
you're
my biggest thing is with this article is if the reports was of the one girl exposing herself to the other girls, why wasn't there been suspensions or expulsions? Why did it
because
get
they're
to
trying
the
to hide
point?
it. They're trying to hide it
Because
like it's not a problem. That's the
I
problem.
watched a videotape, and the what happened in the videotape is the other girls confronted the girl. Like, we tired of you using our bad restroom. You always exposing yourself to us. You know what I'm saying? And they were confronting her, and she got mad and don't put them
Yeah, but
hands. Them
that's because again they gave people rights to be into their feelings and make excuses for their feelings, brother.
I think even if they say if they gave them the right to do it. I'm trying to be politically correct as I can, y'all, and not put my biasness into this. Say they gave people the right to do that, then give them
Huh?
their own room. Give them their
Well,
own
again,
room.
again,
Don't you get where I'm going?
again, I would agree with you on that, right? Give them their own
Yeah,
rush jump off, right? I agree with
right.
you on that.
So they could be safe and everybody could be safe because
But
why in jeopardy put other people's safety and jeopardize other people's safety to protect one person, right?
right, but
Why
the
not just try to make everybody safe?
that man upstairs,
Oh yeah,
that man upstairs says there's only two, and that's it. That's law.
oh yeah.
That's law. So this country is weak, bro. You got to
Oh
watch what you
definitely.
say. You got to be politically correct. You got to do this. You got to do that, bro.
We become the countries they used to talk about. They
Bro, you
used
know how
to
many
act like
countries?
America wasn't like this before social media. Remember, they were like, you could say anything. We got the freedom, da 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 da. But
You
then
don't got
once
freedom of
social
speech.
media came out, they was like, hold on, hold on. You're not that free, buddy. You're not as
They,
free as you. You're not as free as you thought. Say
nah,
something
bro,
on
ain't no
Twitter we
freedom here,
don't like or Facebook we don't like, and watch us ban you for 3 weeks or a
bro.
month.
You're not free to do nothing here, bro. You can't say nothing about nothing, bro. Like you got, and then
Right.
if you say something, they're trying to, bro. I feel sorry for people that live outside of Texas and got that pistol brace.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna make an
Hey, that's a
example out
good
of that person.
subject. That's a good subject to hop into to finish the video off, bro, because you were the one who told me Texas blocked the pistol brace, and I looked that up, and they did. But what's that
Pass.
saying out here? I'm gonna try to say it country. Thank God for Texas.
Hey
Ain't
man,
that out
Texas slogan. Don't mess with Texas.
Yeah, don't
And let me
don't
tell you
don't
something.
mess with Texas. Don't tread on me. They got
Yeah, let me tell you something. Down in Texas, man. This is a different world. Don't mess with Texas. I'm telling you. From me living here, don't mess with Texas. Texas ain't nothing to play with now. I ain't gonna lie. Texas
I'm
is.
I'm happy they passed that law. There's three bills. A lot of people that don't like Governor Abbott, and this is why I would say I'm not gonna say I'm a huge fan. I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote at all actually. But the reason why I do kind of like him better than every opponent I've seen so far. And it's three rules he passed. They've worked on the state of Texas recently, right? We're gonna start with the gun one because that was just done. They stopped the ATF from being able to, do what they
Pass
were
new
doing
laws,
with, yeah,
make new
pass
rules
that
and stuff
new,
like that. Yeah, make new
make that
rules and
new
all that.
rule, and have Texans follow it.
Yeah.
The second one is
The suppressor? Nah, I'm just joking.
no, no. This is, look. I know people might get frustrated at me for saying this, but this I'm gonna just be real. The abortion ban. I look, go Texas for me. That's a win. And
Well, you
also,
an Israelite. Nobody could get mad. That's just our beliefs, my brother.
and then the
That's our beliefs. There's nothing
transitioning
wrong.
ban that just happened. If you notice, all the medical centers in Texas have stopped doing the child transition thing. So they
Hey,
stopped
man.
transitioning children. So
Yes,
all three of
yeah.
those things Governor Abbott was a part of, and that's why I say, hey, go Governor Abbott, keep doing your thing, bruh. Keep
I,
doing your thing.
I have no race in the horse, right? So,
Yeah.
um, I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, I like certain people. I won't vote for them. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
I like certain. I just won't vote for them because they don't wear fringes and they don't wear. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now in my house, I don't wear fringes and on my tassels inside the house. But when I go outside in public, trust and believe, I wear my fringes and my tassels. Um, but Taz, um, this dude is a pain in my ass, bro. That's a young man's dog. I'm too old for that dog. You hear me? French bulldogs are the worst, man. I tell you, they're the
Yeah, too
worst.
old for him.
Yeah, I'm too old for them, man. Beautiful dogs, though. Love you. They love you to death, man. But they're the worst. Um, uh, I like the 45th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, I won't vote for him because he's not. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, he's not my people. But um, I like a lot of the mega Republicans. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for me to vote for them, no. But I like some of the stuff that they're doing.
Right.
Why? Because it always falls down to if I like something, it's because it benefits my people.
Right.
Anything that
Or
benefits my
supports.
people or
Yeah.
supports my people,
Or
I'm gonna
yeah.
like it.
Or
I'm gonna like it.
supports my beliefs. That's kind of why Governor Abbott, I would
Well,
say, because he supports the things I believe in. He
not
has,
my,
and he caught a lot of flack from doing it. Each one, you know what
not
I'm
well, not my
saying?
beliefs. What the Most High taught me to
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, exactly. Because they're not my beliefs on my own. It's just what God said was right or wrong, black and white. I don't like to add new things to the Bible and make up things that's wrong out of my own opinion. But
Yeah,
literally, things that the
that,
Bible say shouldn't go down.
that's what the Most High taught us to believe, no matter what your doctrine is. So most people are gonna support that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That come from our beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's not only our, it's just common sense. The Bible is basically common sense.
Yeah,
That's what the Bible is. It's
definitely.
just common sense. You know,
Well,
like
I
I tell
mean,
you,
I also it
uh,
takes, I would say it's common sense, but it's also I've learned after studying so long, and God helping me with so many things that everything is not given to everybody. I've met people who read a lot of the Bible and just didn't get it. So I think the Bible is revealed to whom God wants it to be revealed to, and what parts He wants them to get and understand. That's kind of how it always been. Otherwise, you wouldn't have needed prophets and disciples and anything like that.
well, some of us ain't gonna understand, and some of us is. Some of us gonna understand better than others, and some of us
Hmm.
aren't. But just to take the step to understand,
That's a big step.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it wasn't, I'm gonna be honest with you. The stuff I've been through in my life. Bro, God has to exist.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He has to exist. There's no way I would be here having a conversation with you if God didn't exist. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the Most High didn't exist, there's no way. Listen to what I'm telling you. There's no way I'd be having a conversation with you,
No,
bro.
absolutely. I mean, I think that just to if you were given life in general, that is, in my opinion, to say the most high is exists, because people use that to go against God sometimes, and I think that's also a lack of understanding about the Bible and everything like that, because people use death and the loss and injuries and different things to go against God, when in actuality none of those things actually go against God.
Well,
Um,
death. I
yeah.
mean, didn't Yahushua die?
Yeah, I mean, in the
We're all gonna
Bible
die.
said that the last thing, well, not everybody. Christ said itself that some, Yeshua said itself that some people will not taste death, will not know the taste of death. But the Bible does say that,
Your body, brother.
man,
Your
huh?
body dies regardless. Your soul doesn't die.
Well, I'm talking about in the kingdom. Some people will
Oh,
never
in the
taste
kingdom,
death.
no, of
That
course.
yeah,
I mean, come on.
like literally,
There's gonna be
some
people
people
that's still
will.
alive. That's gonna be still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And stuff like that.
exactly.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
There's
at
gonna
the
be.
end of that kingdom, you get a new body, an eternal
Yeah,
body. You know what I'm saying? I was
yeah,
just
yeah,
speaking
yeah.
of like,
I'm
at
talking
that
about the
kingdom.
here and now.
But the Bible says in itself, it says the last thing Christ puts under his footstool would be death itself. If Christ is putting down death, that means that death was against him.
Yeah, yeah.
So death is part of the enemy of God. Not you get what I'm saying? It might have started off on God's team, but death became the enemy, and God just ain't ready to. It's a time plan in which God puts down all his enemies, and that's the
Yeah,
reality. Satan is an enemy of God. All the bad demons and they're all enemies of God, and God could take them down at any moment. But he got it pre-planned at what time he's gonna take down these things: death, disease, sickness. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Satan, all the demons, and all the fallen angels.
yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. And by the way, I've been had this Nike stuff on this Nike thing before Kyrie. I don't no longer buy Nike stuff. Okay, so if you see me with Nike stuff and Adidas and Yeezys and stuff like that, okay, I've been had this stuff way before that stuff happened with Kyrie. Okay,
Oh
so
yeah, people
just to
will
make it
be like,
clear.
"Oh, you."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just thought about. I just realized why I see just do it, and I'm like, oh man, hold on, man, what the hell? I'm like, man. So whatever you see me, like I said, name brand or luxury brand, like I said, no, I don't pay for that stuff. I don't buy it with my money at all. It's given, and it ain't bought with nobody else's money. It's given by the
Well, praise the
manufacturer.
Most High for that, brother. Because let me
Yeah.
tell you, that's a people. For you not to have it, to be able to get so many things. God is that's
Oh,
good. Praise God.
well, that's because well, you know, I
You with your businesses and everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I sell a lot of stuff. So they try to brown nose and give me, you know what I'm saying, some free stuff and
yeah.
stuff like that. It'd be funny though sometimes, bro. I'd be like, uh, uh, I'll tell you a story, bro, about yesterday. You know, we're supposed to go on live yesterday, but I had to go to the DMV to renew my license, and the guy called me. He goes, hey man, we got some deals going on, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, yeah, you could get, X amount for this much, and blah blah blah. We could do this if you get this much, and it's a brand that people know. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I don't know if people know how Amazon works. After you've been selling for a long time, you authorize to sell, name brands on Amazon. You know what I mean? Name brand
right.
stuff on Amazon. And you know, I'm like, yo, um, I don't want to mention their names because these people sue you for nothing nowadays, bro. And I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to spend no $400,000 or $500,000 on no damn lawyers to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to do that to fight
Yeah.
something because I said something. But the brand was like, hey man, we can send you this, we can send you that, blah blah blah. And I'm sitting there, blah blah. And my wife's like, no, not at all. I don't think so. And I'm like, man, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I hate to tell you. I said, man, I'm full. I said, my warehouse is full. Blah blah. We don't have no room for nothing. This, that, and the third. Blah blah. And they did somebody that a lot of people admire. Very dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was just like, nah, dog. Um, I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I just can't. Um, even with these people here, you know what I'm saying? Like I would not, even if I, even though I can get it at a very uh, good price point as a
Right.
wholesaler, um, and sell it for a lot more because people will still buy it no matter what. I won't do it with these people and the other people that brother, you dirty.
Yeah.
I won't do it. I will not do it.
I understand. You making a stand,
Yeah, I
standing
won't
up for
do it.
something bigger than yourself.
I won't do it
Yeah,
because if
man.
you do them dirty, if you, we gotta stand for something, bro. Or live for nothing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And can I make a ton of money off of their stuff? Yes, because the price point of like if you go to a store, right? A store,
Right.
and you see, you know, you go see like a pair of sneakers, and you see it for like 149, blah blah, 149.99. In reality, when you buy it in bulk like that, they're not paying nowhere near. That's why they can sell it to you 50% off and still make money off of it.
Right.
When they got the 50% off sale because it's dead stock and they can still make money off of it. They don't lose no money. You know what I mean? Not like people think. But you get it at a price point. So if it's $100, to be honest with you, you're only paying like $22 for it.
You know what? Let me tell you this, brother. That's the gift and the curse of having big feet. I got size 17 or 18, depending on what brand make them. All the shoes I buy cost $30. If they cost any more than that, I'm waiting till they go on sale. It's very few people who got a
Very
size
few people gonna wear
17
that
or
size.
18.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I'm
few
gonna come
people.
back a couple months later and get that boy for 30
For the
bucks.
low. Yeah,
Oh, bro.
for the low. You know what I mean? They give it to you at cost. It
Oh
comes to a
yeah.
point where it goes to at cost. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't understand that uh, there's stuff that you can buy for so cheap
For so cheap.
because
Yeah, I've had my nephews like look at my shoes and tell me whose shoes they belong. I just buy them. They $30. Like some $30 Adidas bet, some $30 Reeboks bet. And then my
bro,
nephews, oh, that's such and such shoe. Where you find them? I said, man, I bought that $30. He be like, they had it for $30. So
I got like every pair every pair of glasses of Versace, right?
yeah,
Every hat that they make, every every pair of sunglasses and hat. Now for shirts and like jeans and stuff like that is for Versace culture. Not actual
right,
Versace. Versace is kind of like tight. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
Versace culture is more hoodish type of. It's made for more hoodish wear. You know what I mean? It's still expensive. You know what I mean? But it's hoodish
right.
wear. And bro, I got so much clothes, bro. Like it just doesn't even like Louis, Fendi, bro. I ain't pay a dime for it. Not one dime. So I'll be like, they'll be like, oh, they'll send me stuff. They'll be like, oh, you want to sell this? And I'll be like, nah,
Oh,
dog. You should
the
have called me.
like a
Samples.
test. Samples,
Yeah,
yeah,
samples.
sample the merchandise,
I'll be
yeah.
like, bro, why you just think email me before you even send me the stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Because there's some brands that I would not, no matter how cheap I get it, I just won't. I won't do it. You know what I mean? I won't
Right.
sell it. Um, there's some brands that I do sell and stuff like. Well, they all belong to one company. A lot of people don't understand that too. So you can see Versace culture. You can see even Rihanna's thing that belongs to all one company. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like
So
Disney owned way more stuff than most people even
LVM, the
understand.
company LVMH. You know what I'm saying? LVMH,
Yeah,
the guy that makes Gucci, Louis, Dolce and Gabbana. There's all one company. It's all one company.
yeah,
Um, there's different brand ambassadors. That's why there's so many different brands because ambassadors to them brands. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
um, luxury. I don't sell nothing luxury no more. Everything that I sell, everything that I got left in luxury, I'm not selling it no more. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm not. Nah, bro. I'm good. Now, if you, some people got their own stuff. I'd rather sell other people's stuff. That's our stuff.
Now, when you saying luxury, I'm assuming you mean in brand, not material.
No,
'Cause
luxury is Fendi, Louis,
right, right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I
Versace.
said like I'm assuming you mean in like a luxury brand.
Yeah,
Not
luxury
saying
brand.
that the things that you selling are less luxury, that but the brand name on them aren't
Yeah,
as
luxury brand.
luxury as yeah,
No. I'm talking about luxury brand. Period. Like
yeah.
Versace, Gucci, Louis,
Right, but like
Christian
what
Dior,
makes that luxury? My cousin makes t-shirts from hand and like outfits, jean outfits, leather outfits, and
and
I'm
luxury
telling
because they
you
got people bamboozled thinking that is luxury.
if people actually like if people would look at his things and think he charging too much when he charged less than something Louis or something, but if you actually put it on and wore and and saw the thought he put into the materials he uses, and I'm gonna put
Yeah.
him on here soon so people could kind of just give him a shout out, let it show his gear off on a
Well,
video or
also,
something, but
I make shirts too. I make my own clothing too.
uh-huh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I know that. I just don't tell nobody about it. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I would just say because we was talking about this before, and he thinks a lot about this. Oh, this is real comfortable. This material is super soft. He
I do
thinks
the
a
same
lot
thing.
in the patches and like that he gets put on the all the
Yeah. So
little
when if
stuff
you
he get
wash
put
them and all
on
that, yeah, you make
that
sure
it
that
it
yeah,
won't come off.
come
He
off.
like iron sew 'em and double sew 'em. You get what I'm saying? Like he put a lot of
I got
emphasis
off
into
of
all of this.
I got off
And
of
then people will look at his clothing like it's not luxury because it don't say Gucci or Louis or because he not
no.
selling it as high.
That's a lot of. Look at that brother that got killed over here. That had that luxury brand down here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
there's luxury brands that don't have to do with nothing with Louis Vuitton and all them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But you know, I reached that point where I'm just trying to reach out to our people
Yeah.
and see what they got and what they got going on and stuff like that. And I'd rather just sell our people stuff. I'm tired of
Right.
making everybody else money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just
Right.
being real with you. I'd rather start from scratch and do our own thing. A lot of people buy stuff from me don't even know it. Like I said, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I
Because
mean?
they
If you
just
buy,
shopping.
yeah, they just shopping. They don't know. You know what I mean? You might see a name on there, don't even know. They don't. I have like 4 Etsy stores that don't have my name on it at all. At all.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you go, you might buy a shirt with Frenches, and it might be mine. So you might buy it for somebody else on Etsy, and they buying them shirts from me because I
Hey,
give them a
somebody
bulk
might
deal.
be buying them and reselling them.
They do be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I give them a
Yeah.
deal. I mean, oh, it started
Yeah.
again, huh? I give them a deal on them. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, bro. I try to help everybody, but we need our own thing to do our own thing, and that's it. I don't care if nobody people hate me for saying that. That's just it. We need our own thing, do our own thing, and let's forget about everybody else, man, and let's just do our own thing. For real.
Yeah. I definitely get that. I
It is
definitely
what it
get
is.
that.
I say here with you what 2 hours every time we go out here.
Yeah, man. I was
Most
just
of the
about
time,
to huh?
most of the time it's you that be slacking on it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you slacking on it. It's just you'll be feeling good. But people don't know,
Yeah.
man. I be like, man, whatever, bro, whatever you want. You know what I mean? I help my brother, and
Oh
that's just how
yeah.
we
Well,
supposed to
I
be.
mean, yeah, different things come up. See, the thing is, I be having to pre-advance a lot of stuff, man. It's uh a lot more going into trying to be comfortable than people understand. And I'd be a lot more uncomfortable than I think people understand. And then,
No, I know.
with
I
me
see it.
being disabled, when I grind, like I gotta grind. Like people don't understand when I be like I play phone games, like I be having to grind. I'm talking about 16 to 18 hours a day grind. Like whatever else I'm doing, whatever other studying I'm doing, I got a phone game out in front of me too. Like I be having to
Bro,
grind because
you need to. We're gonna talk about that. I'll show you another way how to do it, bro. Where you don't have to do it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people like this dude yesterday asking me about crypto. I'm like, bro, crypto about to collapse 50%. So you
Oh
may want to
yeah.
wait. You might want to wait, brother.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, bro, give it like another couple of weeks, man. A lot of people don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. They didn't even do no extra income or nothing like that. You know what I mean? To make sure that they're good and their family good.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't offer my hand is undone. You know what I'm saying? To do what they want to do. You know what I mean? You can make money without spending a bunch of money, bro. You don't need a bunch of money. That's a lie. I know people that started the business with $5,000, but making like six, $700,000 a month over five
Yeah,
thousand
I
dollars.
I definitely get that, but man, let me tell you, money go by, especially when you lose your ability to
To
generate it,
make it, yeah,
and
go by
and
quick.
yeah, and then you
When
don't
you're
really
fixing it up and
think
not making it back, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
what
rough. You
because
know?
when I first got injured, literally the first year and a half, 2 years, I just felt like I was about to bounce back. Like yo, that at that time I wasn't diagnosed and didn't know I was going paralyzed. I just felt like, hey, I'll be back. If I gotta spend my
Yeah,
401k
you,
to make sure live this year and that, I just felt like I bounced back. But hey, it be different. That disappear and then either way, I'm gonna find something to to take care. I'm a responsible person. I take care of the stuff I gotta take care of, point blank, period,
yeah,
to
the
the
Most High
best of
made you
my
sit down,
ability.
bro. That's what He did.
Yeah.
He made you sit
Well,
down.
eh,
I had to
my
turn the AC
plans
on. It
got
got
bigger.
hot.
My plans got bigger. I had to sit down, but sitting down made me think more. Where I was more of an action person than a thought person previously. So sitting down has definitely made. Not saying I didn't think. I thought about the Bible and stuff, but I'm saying like as far as daily life routines, I was more of like go out there and get it than come up with a master plan type of thing. So
It'll all come
now,
together, brother.
yeah. Well, I
In
I
due
feel
time,
like this, to be honest. God is good, bruh. I could be
all the time.
injured, but I woke up and I couldn't even lift my head up out the bed. A week before I had the surgery, I went paralyzed. Like, I went to the ER because of it. I think what I went through, bruh, and I'm walking. I might not be able to walk long, and I might still have to use my wheelchair, and I might have a cane and all this other stuff. But, bro, I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn how to take a shower and brush my teeth and just basic
That's right,
stuff
man.
that people take for granted. So I don't feel like everything I'm going through is a blessing. I'm not homeless. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like every God has been taking care of me the whole time. Like the whole time. The whole
That's a
time.
blessing,
That's
man.
why, yeah. So I know like I'm going through stuff, but man, every person I've ever read about in the Bible went through something.
We all go through it, brother.
So
Even when things is
yeah,
good, they're not as
yeah.
good as people think it is, and when things go down, they go down real fast. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
So
typically once you hit that bottom, right before you come back up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, there, bro. Shoot. I done spent, uh, I thinking that the business was gonna flourish, man. Like some businesses I got into, man, and lost. But, whew. But that's part of being an entrepreneur, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of it. I take it as I never take it as a loss. I take it as a learning lesson. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, to each his own.
At least you ain't have to ever go to a place and become somebody a worker be.
Uh,
Modern day slave pretty much. Like
well, only one time in my life I had to work with somebody. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I don't want to say on social media who it was, but you already know, man. You know what I mean?
Bosses used to treat me pretty cool, especially if they guys, because I'm a big dude. So I could be super
Uh,
intimidating just because I'm big. So they watch how they talk to me and different things like they don't do. I done seen them do some stuff to other people that they ain't never did. Now you know who would do it? Women. I done had women bosses come and be super disrespectful, and I had to let them know, like, look, lady, I know this how you talk to everybody else, but I don't
well,
do that. But most
uh,
men, because of my size, are like, they might be like, get you. They come and cuss somebody else out, talk to them like they a straight slave, and be like, Ken, you think you could do that task for me? Like so.
well,
They
well,
handle me a little different than they handle everybody else.
who I worked for? Uh, uh, I'm trying to think how I could put it. Where who I worked for in my life was, uh, you know, when you go overseas and do stuff that you don't want to do, but that's what you signed up for and
Oh,
stuff
okay.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So ever since then, I said, I ain't working for them Edomites no more, man. I'm good
I
with that,
get
bro.
that.
And I like, nah, dog, I gotta do my. I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. It has its pluses. It's
Hmm.
had its pluses and its minuses. Um, but I can do what I want.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You already know. I've been chilling for like a whole month, just chilling. You know what I mean? Like, so,
Yeah.
I don't have to. Yeah, I still gotta be intricate with my businesses. Obviously, I gotta be sitting there and doing this and doing that. But you know what I mean? I mostly go to sleep when I want, wake up when I want. But it's a lot of work. A lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I put for it. A lot of ups and downs. You gotta take the good with the bad, and always expect the worst. So when something happens, you don't get disappointed.
Yeah, yeah. What's that saying? Uh, plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah,
Just
not me though.
make sure.
I don't hope for the best. I just plan for the worst. So when it happens, I'll be like, I know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I don't even
Yeah.
wish for the best because if I wish for the best, I'm hampering myself for for nothing. You know what I mean? Really. So,
Well, I'll be God. That's one thing God gave me, bruh. Is like a super big amped up spirit. You should have heard the way I was. So I thought after my surgery, bro, like I was gonna get up and run. In the first week, I was. They were
yeah,
looking at me because I started walking in the first week, like it was a miracle, and I'm looking at them like I should be running.
yeah, but
So I my
like,
over. I think high, plan low, and whatever happens, I'm fine with it because all the people I care about, like more than just like my family and stuff, but the people I look up to out the Bible and stuff always happen, man. Like literally,
you
I
should
watched
was
Jeremiah say, like, God just kill them all. Like
what
Jeremiah was so mad, he just was like, God, kill them all.
Well,
So I'm listening to some of the people I look up to, like, okay, God, whatever gonna happen.
well, my brother, uh, we have they call RGN trailers where they ship real low to the ground, and
Yeah,
then you can stretch them out real long to haul, like windmills, all that stuff. You know what I mean? And today, my brother called me. He was pissed. He like, man, I had this dude pick up an air conditioner unit, blah blah. But it's super wide. It didn't weigh much. I think it weighed like 30,000 pounds, but it's super wide and long. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's like, bro, like he don't know how to read the permits and blah blah. I'm like, bro, you gotta crawl before you walk. I said, you threw that dude in there thinking he's just gonna drive that equipment, blah blah. He been pushing you for months about getting in that damn trailer. You didn't show him nothing. Instead, you just going there with him like, yo, bro, this how you gotta do it, blah blah. I'm like, bro, learn patience, my brother. Learn patience, man. He like, bro, but he don't know how to read the permit, blah blah. I'm like, bro, so I gotta do this, man, like how we doing on here. And I'm like, yo, dog, look, this how you gotta go. You gotta get off the highway. You gotta go this way because you know how to do construction on the highway,
right,
and they close them up, so the truck
yeah,
don't fit. So you gotta get off the highway, drive around, and come back on the other part of the highway so you can be able to drive. Because usually, just some of the stuff that we haul, you're gonna take 2 lanes up on the highway, and that's gonna be
right.
like super stretched. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, just have some patience. And I explained it to him, and he caught onto it and just left with it. This dude, man, I'd be like, dog, bro, just be patient, man. You gotta crawl before you walk. Be patient, man. Be patient with your brother, and just be patient, man, with people, man. You know what I mean? Like, just be patient. Patience is a virtue.
Absolutely.
Patient. And when you be patient with people, man, you show them like, yo, I've been there. Bro, this dude hauling something that he never hauled before in his life. Okay? If you see a
Right,
truck with a regular trailer, with a 53-foot trailer, and they gotta make a white turn, right? And you see them like go like this, do a button hook, right?
right,
Well, with this equipment, you're just not gonna go like this. No, you gotta take up the whole damn street, jump over the damn curb, damn. You see what I'm saying? You gotta go like super wide to make these turns. Because it's super long and
right.
stretched out. I mean, big equipment. And I'm like, bro, don't worry, man. We all been there. So the driver for a little bit better. But my brother, I'm like, bro, you just. I had to tell him. I said, man, you're just a piece of shit, though. You just
Yes,
no
throw
patience,
them
man.
out there.
Yeah, just throw him out there like that, bro. Like you're just a piece of shit, though. Like he
And
like, bro,
that's
but I'm
what the
thinking like,
Bible say, right?
yeah,
Patience
bro,
and
like
endurance on the
patience,
part of
yeah,
my
bro.
faithful saints.
Man, bro, but he don't got it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like you just gave him the equipment and you sent him to go pick this up, bro. Like you think it's like, oh, just because you drove a truck don't mean you could drive this one. Like some of the
Right,
equipment we got, just because you drove a truck, you can't drive some of this equipment. Some of this equipment takes skills to really drive this equipment. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, you just put him in there like that. Like you didn't even go with him. Like you didn't even show him. Like, bro, but he said he could do it. I said, bro, that's not what he told me. He said he's gonna learn how to do it. And since you had something sitting, you was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just give it to him. I'm like, bro, you didn't even show this brother nothing. You know what I mean? I was just too crazy, man.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you
It
know
kind of
what?
remind me of back in the day, man. I had a homie who had like what is that? A Nissan? Is it a Nissan? Not a Nissan. A Neon. What's that thing? That little
Dodge
bubble
Neon.
car? A
Oh, Dodge
Dodge
Neon.
Neon.
Yeah.
And I think it had like 115 on the dash. He was like, look, he pushing it. All right, just because it could go 115, 120, don't mean it's the same way going 120 would feel as if you was in a Corvette, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you a minute to get to 120 in this. You get 120 in that vet in like a couple seconds, so it's gonna be different. But it's kind of that same thing. People think because hey, I'm doing it, it's the same thing as what they doing. No, it's not. They got a whole different
uh,
machine they doing it on. It's pretty much what you're
yeah.
saying.
It's like they were. Well, I don't write crotch rockets no more. You know what I mean? I write more like Harley Davidson now. I don't write no longer like high boosters and stuff like that. But bro, I remember when I first jumped on that Hayabusa, bro. I seen that thing say 200, and I'm thinking like, oh man, this thing could do, man, bro. And I put a power command on there, man. I'm hitting that bike, man. And I'm doing like 210, and the whole time the bike is just waiting for one little mistake, bro. Just shaking and waiting for one little mistake. I said, nah, dog. Just because it says that, don't mean I can necessarily do it. You know what I mean? I said, nah, dog.
Yeah.
Nah, things is crazy, man. The way we think, I think it's more of the way we think. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it
Right.
is. You know what I mean? But I just wish everybody peace, love, and prosperity, man. I mean, I got stories for
Absolutely.
days, man. We could be here for hours talking about stories, bro. Like it's crazy.
We
I
gonna
ain't
have to keep these stories, man, so we could for the next live stream, man. We probably had to call it, man. I've been trying to resituate myself, but
all right, let's
it's
call it
getting
then, brother.
tight.
All praises to the Most High for this live stream.
Yes.
Shalom and Barakatah, and peace be upon you, and much love and respect, honor and glory to my people, the Israelites, and the other people, man. Just do y'all.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna second everything he said. Oh man, look, I had my forehead showing the whole time through my do rag and
Man, you all right,
inexperience.
dog.
But look, one thing
I
I
got
want
my
to
big
say
nose
is
showing the whole time. I got my big ass nose
peep.
showing the whole time, bro. So it's all good.
I say same thing you said. I love uh, everybody. I hope everybody do well, man. I look forward to the time that we all come back. But right now, it's Kwame Sharala. As for right now that we are behind, we need to rise and come together. But I look forward to
Maybe,
if God willing that I make it to being in the kingdom with Christ and uniting with everybody. Cause
no.
I think
Once my people
you
start
know.
prospering, and then I spread my love out. Until then,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I won't.
For
Yeah,
right now, like I was saying,
nah,
Kwame Sharala
yeah.
on that, on that
Barakatah,
man, Rakata.
Shalom and Barakatah.
Absolutely. Bless y'all. See y'all next time.
Peace.